Let's see what your favorite metal genre says about you. And keep in mind, this entire list comes from a place of love, and this all-out roast battle is only in good fun. You didn't get enough love as a child, and so you set out on a lifelong journey to make it the entire fucking world's problem for the rest of your existence. You either want your music to sound like an effervescent, beautiful, tranquil forest as you are warming your hands by the fireplace in your tucked-away cabin as the chilling bite of winter pounds down upon your humble little abode, or alternatively, you want it to sound like a murky fucking swamp goblin drug it away into a cave and recorded vocals on a fucking BlackBerry. Metalcore is like Thanos' fucking Infinity Gauntlet, because you have like the cringy edgelord scene kids that are the most despicable humans imaginable, the most insufferable gym bros, and then combine them with only the most horniest of Sleep Token fans, and you have the winning formula to perhaps the most diverse metal genre on the block. You still have a massive fucking persecuted complex, despite the fact that I believe you're the highest selling metal subgenre of all time, and 9 times out of 10, people are going to fuck with nu metal, so you really need to shut up. You are a slut for gimmicks. You're just a slut for gimmicks. Don't get me wrong, you love getting caught up in a nice chugging groove, but you need to have just enough angst in your music to still remember that you need to hate yourself at the end of the day. You need a Lexapro and a fucking suicide hotline on speed dial. I don't care how eloquently you word it, I don't care how reformed of a person you say you are in air quotes, or the one problematic tattoo on your shoulder being covered up years ago. If you start an argument or a debate out with, okay, so hear me out about the Holocaust, I am going to tune your ass out. You adore classical music as a principle, but you just think classical music on its own is kinda fucking boring. In a deep, deep, dark place in your heart that you don't really like talking about, someone hurt you really, really bad, and you haven't been the same since. I feel so genuinely bad for you guys, because you literally, no matter how you cut it, cannot win. You are either a normie that blew up when it got the buzz in the 2010s and took off, or alternatively, you're a long-standing fan that saw the genre in its infancy, loved the atmosphere of it, and then slowly but surely saw it wither away to Hot Topic Kids and Anthony Fantano. The more your music listening journey can get you caught on an FBI watch list or in some faraway forum on the dark web, the happier you are listening to an album. You're very misunderstood, because people a lot of times think you're just one of those depressive people who are literally gonna kill themselves tomorrow, but you're usually some of the more chill and happy people in the metal world and just like the atmosphere and vibe of doom metal. You are a severe beacon of sexual energy, and you are hot. It doesn't matter how ugly you think you are automatically hot if this is your favorite genre. When you look in the mirror, you might have dysmorphia, just shut up. You're fucking hot. The I hate you and I hate this entire world and I'm ready to scream about it type of punk, for the type of punk listener that doesn't want actual punk or fast tempos for that matter. The genre that lives and breathes off of the back end essence of a bunch of people with main character complex who severely want to be the foil to the lead anime protagonist in an action anime. You mean to tell me you're the bitches that talk about how subgenres that are based in just look or just lyrics aren't actually valid subgenres? I see you. Someone needs to check up on your hard drive, don't they? Joke's on you, with rap metal, you aren't gonna get any credibility in the metal world anyway, because the people that don't like hip-hop or any other genre being put into metal for that matter aren't going to like you anymore just because you threw in some heavy guitars into the mix. You either look like an absolute unit tank that people would not fuck with in a dark alleyway, you exude so much intimidation, you are an absolute beast, or alternatively, you look like the exact type of person that would be fucked in a dark alleyway. You truly have a built-in mechanism to cope with your life by looking back fondly on the past and past traditions, because you're just not that happy in the present and you have to escape from it. The more you step out of a song asking yourself, what the fuck did I just hear, the happier of a customer you are. You serve pure school shooter vibes, if not by your looks, then by the 15 red flags signaling like alarm bells of your severe personality disorder. Quality doesn't necessarily mean the most to you, because you get so caught up in the rhythm and vibe and riffs and solos of the genre that you don't necessarily care how generic thrash metal has become, or kind of always was. Be honest, you're either too lazy to actually describe your music with the actual terms that you could use to describe your music, or you're just that quirky that you have to listen to things that are indescribable. You're too much of a pussy for real black metal, aren't you? You already know what I'm going to say. You don't mind a little bit of style over substance. You are very entertained by what a lot of people kinda correctly think is as boring as sitting through the extended, uncut version of the Titanic movie. You will fight down to your grave that the sheer essence and vibe of a song is so important to enjoying music, despite literally not remembering half of what you listened to the night before. Your ideal concert-going experience is 20 sweaty dudes in a basement with a cracked out light bleeding all over each other to songs that are 10 seconds each. To people saying that mainstream metalcore or like death metal or a Cannibal Corpse song has the most unintelligible vocals in all of metal, or that it's just noise, you really don't take metal or music that seriously as people think that the freaks like you do. I don't really know how this happened, but y'all took the Scandinavia out of melodic death metal and gave it to a bunch of buff dudes wearing backwards snapbacks and also some scene kids with fringy haircuts, and it somehow came out the other side sounding like the best combination of 2000s metal. You're either really depressed that it died down, or really, really fucking happy. You're such a lost puppy dog for the old golden age of nu metal that you're willing to take the most dime a dozen nu metal influences combined with the most generic dime a dozen metalcore influences, and you'll still eat it up. One of the only genres made up of fans who genuinely do appreciate the evolution naturally of a genre and how far it's come. You're the problem, and you're too busy fighting God in your mind and your fucking inner monologue to realize the fact that within the pillars of your mind, you are the egocentric, pretentious bitch that no one wants to talk to at a party. The most identifiable real fake genre to never ever real fake genre that is genre of the genre that wasn't but was at the same time but isn't the genre that was the genre within the fakeness of the real genre that ever genred the genre. Gent, but actually in a way that is easy and makes sense to describe, that isn't just only the truest of art forms for the depressed and anxious Americans who were so dissociative that they didn't realize that with every new popular band that came on the block, purists grew one more inch of a hate boner for them. You know, usually the subgenres that generate the most amount of hate from purebloods and elitists are the ones that push conventional norms or push the envelope and boundaries of what metal can be or influence it with different things. But when you have Rob Zombie and Trent Reznor and Marilyn Manson, as well as Rammstein and about 12 other active flight risks and potential serial killers on your side, notice how people don't really mess with you. If you're having a conversation with someone and they tell you your music isn't real music or doesn't qualify as real music or is just pointless noise, you stare at them through your baked out eyes smiling ear to ear because they just got the point. You like extreme metal, you just need a little bit more than salt and pepper on it. You don't mind when people use the fact that hip-hop influenced slam metal in an argument against you because it is just one in a million of the weird fucked up reasons that make slam metal as absurd as it is. No matter how much you exercise or don't exercise for that matter, or your genre for that matter, you have more testosterone in you than your average anything. Taste. 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 You taste. Taste. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. What was your favorite roast in this video, and was I able to correctly peg the genres? I am just one person, I'm trying my best, and it's all in good fun. Keep that in mind. I love making these videos, so your guys' engagement helps me make more of these. I love doing them. They're some of my favorite videos to make across this entire channel, so let me know if you'd like to see more in the series. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to join the review family today, and smash that notification bell to be notified of my future uploads. You know who it is. My name is Jay Morris, and I'm signing off saying farewell.